less than a diplomatic behavior that some people decided to display tonight, everyone feels the loss of a child when we lose a child. And the idea that because we're offering a diploma in an award ceremony is somehow disrespectful, I don't agree with that.
Chris, I also wanted to ask, I can appreciate the difference in opinions that come with a board so diverse, but what does it mean to you to hear people people on the board openly disagree with the decision made so far?
Well, I think a board is, in our case, a board is made up of 9 individuals, and they come to the table with individual experiences, and they have the right to express those experiences in the form of a vote or a desire for a vote. That's why it's democracy. That's why it's a parliamentary type of process where there's a majority that makes the decisions.
I also overheard you spoken with a woman. I wasn't sure if she was a mother or a parent.
I believe she identified herself as a mother of current students.
But I overheard you mention to her that you were going to look through the rest of your options before making a final decision. Does that mean that this could be overturned?
No, what I said was that when we do establish a policy, we'll consider all the possibilities. Right now, we don't have a policy. We clearly need to have one. And so we need to work that out, not in the heat of an angry group. And by the way, the anger was maybe reflective of real feelings. I don't doubt that. But in order to create policy that's not just for this year, but for next year and the next decades, we need to do that in a deliberative fashion.
So the board's decision tonight, final word.
I can't speak at this moment on what the board's final decision could be. The board is meeting tomorrow, for instance. The board has the opportunity to call a special meeting at any time, as you know, and a decision could be made that will be different than the situation we have now. Again, we're offering an honorary diploma, which we've never done before. There will be a moment of silence with the names of the deceased students read aloud at the graduation, and there have been other things that that aren't really appropriate to mention. But so we're not turning our back on that family.
Right. There was also some new information brought to my attention by Stephanie Kampler. She mentioned that there was a possible party or students that had participated that Eddie had possibly attended. That hadn't been publicly stated. There was rumors going around, but does that affect any of the decision?
I have no comment on anything like that, but certainly that sort of kind of issue would have no impact on our decision of creating a reasonable policy that makes sense for this graduating class and graduating classes in the future.
And obviously people got...
Aaron, come on, dude, you said 2 questions.
Last one. I understand people got pretty heated tonight, but does hearing people's anecdotes and opinions on this sway you guys at all, or does it?
Well, I would just say that it's important for your readers to know that there are other parents and other students in the district that have communicated with me and members of the board expressing different opinions that weren't reflected in tonight's discussion. So while I respect these opinions, they're not the only opinions, and that's part of what we have to factor into this.
Perfect. Chris, thank you so much.
Right.
I really